Finally, we've got the full trailer for The Mandalorian Season 3. It's an exciting one featuring Bo-Katan, Greef Karga, more Mandalorian Warriors, and many more details. Today we're breaking down the full trailer for all the details and what they mean, as well as some details from the D23 Expo, which took place this weekend.
You think your dad was the only Mandalorian?
Alright, kid. Hang on. You ready for an adventure?
Young Padawans, my name is Captain Jack and welcome to Star Wars Now. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. We've got all the details on D23 coming at you this week. So let's jump straight into it. Our first scene is from Season 1 of The Mandalorian, where he first meets Grogu. Sort of serving as a flashback sequence here, the armor can be heard commentating saying this is the one that you saved. It's very much a look back at the first two seasons of The Mandalorian. We see Grogu and Din on the trawling ship in Season 2 before they were saved by Bo-Katan and her Mandalorians. You are his father, the armor continues, very much getting into the found family theme the show has embraced ever so much. We have Mando in his new ship returned to Navarro. And it was actually really nice to see Navarro and just how it has grown since Season 1. In the first season it was very much a rundown, dilapidated place, but now it's ultimately flourishing. Its landing port is bustling with people and paved over, no longer just dirt and rock, or even trees all around, which just shows how much this planet has flourished under Magistrate Greef Karga, and maybe his relationship with the New Republic. It's also amazing to know he did this in such a short amount of time. I'm not sure of the time span of the Mandalorian, I think it's about a year or so, but man, he's got some quick builders. Now you do see this change in Navarro in Season 2, such as the cantina convert into a school, but getting an establishing shot like this really hits home just how much Navarro has changed. Talking of change, Grogu seems to have a new hoverpod, which is nice as I really enjoyed the hoverpod and it was a nice dynamic in the first season. Perhaps this hoverpod is his chair in the N1 starship, which can pop out, since Grogu's seat in the ship is where the astromech port is. It would be a nice touch. A clan of two, the armor says, which yes, Din and Grogu are a clan of two, Clan Mudhorn to be specific, as their first mission where they worked together was to take down a Mudhorn, hence Din Djarin's sigil. Grogu's hoverpod even has its own flashlight on it, just like Din's helmet. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if this pod was made out of Beskar, that'd be really cool. Now being exiled from his Mandalorian clan of the Children of the Watch, probably not being made of Beskar. Grogu already has his Beskar chainmail, so I think that's probably enough for the moment, but it would be a really cool detail. We see Grogu and Din going on a little mission into a cave, maybe to hunt down something, return to old roots perhaps. Now we do see a Mandalorian Fang fighter going through a harsh storm, which might be Mandalore. And in the next shot we do see some rocky debris, which could be Mandalore from the way the Empire glassed it, or carpet bombed it to be specific. It seems like we're getting to the heart of the season, with the armor saying, "You've removed your helmet." And if you remember, the only way in this cult to redeem from that is going to Mandalore and redeemed in the living waters beneath the mines of Mandalore. So this could be Mandalore we're seeing here. I mean, the destructed city may give it away. We do get to see some cave scenes, so perhaps the cave scene previously is tied to this. And this could be the mines of Mandalore with Din and Grogu looking for this so-called living waters. The armor even says this in the trailer, "Then you are a Mandalorian no more," which wasn't even from the Season 2, but from a book of Boba Fett, which is essentially the Mandalorian Season 2.5, and essentially the next journey in the Mandalorian saga. We see the Naboo-esque bounty hunter of Din being attacked as it flies through an asteroid field. He's being attacked by what looks like a tri-wing S-91 Pegasus starfighter from this angle, though maybe not. We see Bo-Katan again as well and the Mandalorian Fang fighter, so it's fair to say they are in the same location as the windows outside Katan's house are covered in rain. Though this could be on another Mandalorian space planet if Mandalore itself isn't habitable. Now this shot of the Mandalorians is actually really fascinating. On one looks like the orange helmet Mandalorian is using a breastplate used by Din Djarin before he's got his Beskar upgrade. They all look like they have fairly cobbled together armor. These first three in particular were actually first seen as a LEGO product, which included other cobbled together Mandalorians in a LEGO battle set, which is a cool detail. We can hear Bo-Katan saying, "Your cult," as we see numerous other cobbled together looking Mandalorians. Paz Vizsla and the armor are also seen, so perhaps they're more of this Mandalorian cult out there, not just Paz and the armor left hobbling around in a space station. Mando is greeted by Greef Karga, who is looking very ceremonial, and the building looks very clean. Behind him is a protocol droid, but also what looks to be a mercenaries or bounty hunters behind him as well. I wonder if Greef still runs a bounty hunter guild as a magistrate, which would be interesting for him. Then again, we know he's always out to make a good deal. The Mandalorian's new ship, which really should have a name for it by now, Benefits seem to be attacking a really cool ship. It almost looks very Republic-like, almost like the Councilor ships during the Phantom Menace, though it does have a curved front, almost like a ram, with a grey hull and black stripes. The only thing I can think of right now is this could be a pirate ship, but it's in low atmospheric orbit in a sense. So perhaps this is a pirate ship and it's attacking Navarro, and Din does something about it. Or with Katan talking with the cult of the Children of the Death Watch. Maybe it's a new ship of theirs and Din is fully going against them, seeing him for who they are. Katan finishes her overword speech by saying, "Your cult fractured our people," as we see the glass domes of Mandalore. And geez, like we saw a flashback of the destruction of Mandalore, but seeing the wreckage of those massive domes we saw in the Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels, this is truly devastating. But it could be leading to another Mandalorian civil war between Bo-Katan and the Children of the Watch, with Din having to decide who he sides with. Well, it could be Katan, as Din and Grogu meet her in a very stately home. I have to imagine this isn't on Mandalore, just how nice it looks. Though there is no one actually in her halls, but her flags flying a clan symbol are seen. The symbols definitely give a night owl look to it, and the only person we see is Katan herself on this new throne. Katan continues with, "Where were you then?" So this could mean a number of things. Your cult fractured our people, where were you then? So this could have been when the Empire came to attack, before or after. If it was before, it explains how seemingly easy it was for the Empire to destroy Mandalore. If half its people were fighting with the Children of the Watch, or if it was after, it could be why it was taking so long for the Mandalorians to regain their footing, further explaining why the Mandalorians were occupied during the original trilogy and not helping fight the Empire, because they could hardly help themselves. But it does look like the Children of the Watch are going to be attacking Navarro, though for what purpose, who knows. Could then lead us to believe the conflict of the Mandalorians. Now, it comes down to Din's place with his cult who cast him out for showing his humanity to his son of Grogu, or his new family with Grogu. Would you see the Children of the Watch marching through Navarro, even having destroyed the IG-11 statue, so we definitely know they're the bad guys. Now this is fascinating, because this is the second time the Mandalorians of the Children of the Watch have attacked Navarro. Once in defense of the Mandalorian, who was being attacked by the Bounty Hunter Guild. So maybe this time it's the opposite, with Mando and Grogu being protected by the Bounty Hunters and under attack from the Mandalorians. Recently we explored a theory of Mandalorians working with the Empire, so perhaps this is something we see. Perhaps they themselves are after the child and therefore going after Din Djarin to secure Grogu. Just a theory there, a Mandalorian theory. Dr. Pershing and the Imperial officer of Moff Gideon's cruiser are walking through maybe a Republic facility. We see a very western shot of Greef showing his gun on his hip to some bounty hunters. Din is seen shooting something, and a ship is shooting an enemy in an asteroid field, which seems to hit another ship or maybe a mining base in the asteroid field. Thankfully, we do see the return of Pili Motto, the mechanic who helped Din making his new N1 ship, and not forgetting R5-D4, the droid had a faulty motivator in Star Wars A New Hope, who seems to have some faulty wiring. This droid can't catch a break. An Alzenian mechanic who was shown a while ago, but some more of Babu Frick's species from Rise of the Skywalker. Whether this is the same person, who knows. Now the next shot is Din's N1 starfighter leaving a city which is having fireworks. It's way too big to be Navarro, so it could be Tatooine since we know they're at least going back to see Peli Motto. So perhaps this could be some sort of celebration on Tatooine. Maybe in support of their dynamo Boba Fett. The book of Boba Fett, as we said, is definitely critical for season 3 of The Mandalorian. So having some more connections would be the wildest thing to have, but also amazing. Finally we have Grogu and Din in their ship, with Din asking if he's ready for the next adventure. And really that question is being asked all of us watching the trailer. Are we ready for the next adventure with Din Djarin, the Mandalorian, and Grogu? And I think we know the answer. At least for us, it's yes. The season of the trailer seems to promise a lot of Mandalorian action, a lot of ship-to-ship fighting, a return to Navarro, and a return to conflict on Navarro, which is definitely interesting, and perhaps a Mandalorian civil war between a cult and the forces of Bo-Katan. What the Imperial Remnant with Dr. Pershing and the other Imperial Comm officer for Gideon may be doing this season, who knows. Though talking of Moff Gideon, our favourite Moff was mentioned during the studio showcase. Actor Giancarlo Esposito, who plays Gideon, teased that viewers have never seen the character so vulnerable before. He said viewers will need to supply themselves with the patience to wait until the 3rd season. Gideon is likely in New Republic custody. We see Dr. Pershing being led around what looks like a New Republic facility. There's a safe bit of speculation right now. Esposito has previously suggested Gideon answers to someone higher up. Perhaps we'll see that person come around and deal with him for his failure. Time will ultimately tell. This was a fantastic teaser trailer for The Mandalorian Season 3. While we've got plenty of Star Wars shows to look forward to, fans are of course always going to look forward to the Star Wars series that kickstarted this adventure. The Mandalorian plot continues to develop super well, and many are keen to see it grow even more. So far there is no direct release date for the upcoming season. The end card for the trailer said streaming 2023. February has previously been suggested as the month the series will come. It fully depends on the Disney Plus release schedule going forward into 2023. Alright Exalted Ones, that's it myself. Now what do you think of the Mandalorian Season 3 trailer? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. But don't forget to hit that subscribe button to keep up to date with the latest Star Wars news, lore and more. You can also follow us on social media as well. Make sure to let us know what you think in the video comment section below. For now, I've been Captain Jack here on Star Wars Now. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you soon. May the Force be with you.